All right, CSS battle time, and it is 13. Okay. So borders, I think, is going to be a move here. But I think, okay, it's never worked out well in the past doing border image. But I'm leaning towards border image for this. I think I do need a background for right now. I can't think of any other simpler way to get that on there. Let's actually put it in a thing. I'm gonna do this for right now. All right, so we're gonna put the background in our HTML element. I'm gonna start by styling the HTML, just because of how I want this to work. All right, border, we're gonna go, how thick is this? This is gonna be 14 to 74, 60. Okay, so we have our border. Let's margin it down. 10. Okay, 15. Okay. So let's look at our. Yeah, okay. Sorry, it's so confusing because we have the light pink in the background and then our border color is wrong. Let's hold off on the border color because we're going to use border image. And what I'm imagining is doing a linear gradient for the image with just this little strip moved up. So it should be a real short border image, or a linear gradient, I mean. And then have the body be this, but with, negative margin so it lines up on the sides right there. So let's write this, a linear gradient. And we are gonna, can I position a border image? I don't know if I can. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna try. So 90 degrees, like you do. We are gonna start with this, and it's gonna be like 10 pixels or something like that. And then we're gonna go to that and hit 0. Okay, and then we need to put in the slice. There we go. So it's not wrapping around, it's just starting with that. Wonder why I'm not getting this bar over here is dark. I'm not getting the wrap like I was hoping. All right, let's see if we can position this 50 pixels. Oh, that's sizing it. That's sizing the border. All right. Let's look up border image shorthand, shall we? Let's see, border image shorthand properties. Because I've had this issue before, and I really just need to look them up. And I never think of it any other time. So source, slice, width, outset, and repeat. All right, so width is 100%. Ooh. Let's put it 0. Doesn't work. 1. Now outset, let's say 0. No. 50 pixels. Outset must, ooh, interesting. And then repeat. And weird. Okay, we're getting all sorts of weird things. This might not work. I think this will work. Okay, the background could be a linear gradient. And then we could just change border widths, because this could just be the body's border. And it has this linear gradient starting here. And because it could be this whole thing could be a linear gradient. And then these two things could be a border. All right. Yeah, because it doesn't have... Stretch, repeat, round, or space. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Just looking more at that. Man, I can do an extra. I could do the whole thing where I do this color stop, then that color stop, then the third one. All right, I guess I gotta try it. Let's go purple to like 60 pixels. And then we do this from 0 to 65, 75, 80. Okay, so we're getting the right shape now. We just need to move it back. It's just the third color stop. Wait, 30, 40. Which way is it moving? Interesting. Oops. No, -10 clearly doesn't work. But it won't move past. I guess I do want it actually at 0. Then I guess I want this at 15. No, I want purple to start. Weird. Okay. That works. I have to do 1 pixel on it. For some reason, the gradient starts here instead of there. And that diff doesn't quite look right. 24. Weird. There's a lot of variance there on that diff. So I'm gonna find out. Yesterday I was having a lot of trouble, and the diff looked bad. For Jason Martin helped me out. I really appreciate him. He gave me the value, but the value on this screen looked worse on the diff than anything else. Like I wouldn't have gone that high on it, but it worked. Okay, so we have this set. Let's just see if this will work. Let's get our body, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass everything down to the body, and then let's margin this into place. So we're gonna margin. Oh, I see. The border is so thick, but at least with the border image, I could shrink it with that other value here. You know, I can do like a right, and it's gonna be let's just see what happens if let's close out margin. Well, actually let's go 0. Ooh. Will it shrink down? No, it's just making expansion. All right, 0 and -50, 60. All right, there we go. That looks right. Now let's see if we can shrink it down with that slice. We're going to do a slash and 20. Okay. That breaks it. What was I doing? That's outset. I don't want outset. I want... Alright, that's not the one. Okay. Width. Okay. So that is width. I do want it to be 30 pixels. I want it to be half of what it was. 20, 10. Oh, it's not that one. It's the second one. I want it to be that. Now let's margin it down. So the margin isn't collapsing those borders together like I was hoping it would. Let's give it a... Nope. Don't want bottom margin. Nope. Definitely don't want bottom margin. this is all going bad. I was hoping to have the same border. Oh, new plan. Okay, I think I realized where my mental image has warped and gone flawed here. Let's get rid of this. We don't need it. All right. So if I do -60, it's great. I just want to move the top down and the bottom. I want the top to be in the middle, the bottom to overlap, so it can be the same amount. So the top needs to be like 60. There we go. And the bottom needs to be -60. Ooh, we're closer there. All right, let's go 50. 55. Nope, 45. Does that work? Or am I going to have to fiddle with these things because of that one pixel right here that I had to do? 99.9. Okay, I do have to fiddle with it. Let's hit submit, see if the 25 works. If not, we'll move it down to 23 because those look like they could work too. 99.8. Okay, we're further. Let's go to 23. We got it. Look at that. Score all sixes. Okay. Well, that was more of a journey than I thought it would be. Let's see if we can change these to Q. Wow, 1Q looks really wrong. Interesting. Let's try 1%. No? 2, 3. Okay. 1 is too much. It's weird how 1Q actually moves it further back, but I think it's actually these things maybe that are moving back. No, those are right. Oh, weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, that's odd. I might just leave the 1 pixel because it took it. I'm going to leave that alone. I know I didn't even test it. Let's see if we can get something out of that 25 pixels. Ooh, that looks good, but there's no way it's the same value in Q, right? Nope, I was right. Okay, let's go 24. And the diff just, it looks the same. I'm really not getting much from that diff at all. Yep. To tell me, you know, feedback-wise as to what to change. That's the hard part here, is I'm kind of flying blind. And yeah, I'm just feeding it numbers now. Yeah, and I feel like we were at like 23 pixels. So no, it's that. And we went through all those. So 23 pixels it is. I'm not changing it. All right, good enough. I guess that's my answer. Can we do anything with the 60 pixels? I know that one's real finicky on Q. Yeah, that doesn't. 60 pixels it is. That one usually is kind of stuck. I'm not going to fight it. This one's already on the knife edge of functioning, and this diff is just not reliable right now, so I'm not going to chase it. You can feel free to. Of course, I love seeing you guys figure stuff out. That's super cool. All right, we're actually at 147 now. I mean, that's decent. I like it. Now I'm just looking at this, seeing if I overcomplicated things with this border image solution. And I feel like, I mean, is box shadows just going to be easier? What's your base thing? Like, this could be an HTML element with an outside box shadow and an inset box shadow. So it has the dark purple background, an inset box shadow to make the pink line, right? Ooh, actually you need to layer two of those to do that. And you couldn't use border to set this and then an inset box shadow because it wouldn't overlap the border. And then the body could just be these box shadows. So you have to have an outer box shadow, an inner, two inner box shadows to get this layering effect. Which inset, once you write inset, that's 5 characters. It adds up fast. And the body could be, unless, I guess the other way you could do it is this is the HTML, right? This is the body. Ooh, no, that doesn't work. No, actually the body could be this whole thing, right? Box shadow. No, if you do the inset, if it's not like right here, then you have to do 2 insets again to get this layering. So you can't get one and then just get this strip off the side. It would have to be sized this big. I guess you could do 2 on the outside. One size that big to have this line show up, and then another one to cover it. You know, the overlap on the edges. Yeah, see, I mean, that just seems like it's going to add up, and we're going to be at 140, you know, around this range anyways. I don't know, maybe someone's going to think of something more clever than that, but good enough. All right, most fun. Hope you're having a good time, and I will catch you later.